No more waiting. Black America must act now.
No more waiting. No more silence. No more watching history repeat itself while Black America suffers in the shadows of injustice. The time to act is not tomorrow, not next year, but now. Every generation has been told to wait. Wait for freedom. Wait for justice. Wait for equality. But waiting has always meant more suffering, more broken families, more lost dreams. And today, we say enough.
Welcome back to Black Voices USA, the channel where truth is spoken with power and courage. For too long, the Black community in America has been asked to be patient, to hope, to pray, and to survive under systems that were never built for us. But change does not come to those who wait. Change comes to those who rise. And Black America must rise, together, united, and unstoppable. Generation after generation, we have been told to wait. But what has waiting ever given us? Did waiting end slavery? No, action did. Did waiting give us civil rights? No, action did. Did waiting create the leaders we admire today? No, action did. Every single victory we've ever had as a people came because someone decided to stop waiting and start moving. From Harriet Tubman leading our people to freedom, to Rosa Parks refusing to give up her seat, to Martin Luther King Jr. marching on Washington, to Malcolm X demanding power and dignity, progress has always come through action, not patience. So why should we keep waiting now? Why should we keep believing that one day the system will fix itself and finally give us the justice we deserve? That is a lie. The system is not broken. It is working exactly as it was designed. It was never created to serve us. It was created to control us. And the only way forward is not waiting. It is acting. Look around. Our children are being left behind in failing schools. Our neighborhoods are underfunded and over-policed. Black men are locked up at rates that destroy families and communities. Black women face double discrimination, yet still carry so much of the weight of holding our people together. Black families fight harder than anyone just to make ends meet. And despite all of this, we are told to keep waiting, to keep hoping, to keep believing that somehow things will change. But the truth is, things only change when we change them. The future of Black America will not be handed to us. It must be built by us, and that building starts today. We must build Black wealth, because money is power in America, and without it, we will always be controlled by those who have it. Supporting Black-owned businesses, creating our own financial institutions, teaching our children the importance of ownership and entrepreneurship, this is how we take back control. We cannot keep depending on systems that were never meant for us. We must create systems of our own. We must build Black education, because knowledge is the true weapon of liberation. Our children must know more than what the school system tells them. They must know the truth about our history, the brilliance of Africa, the strength of our ancestors, the power of our culture. They must see themselves as kings, queens, builders, leaders, not just survivors. When Black children know their worth, they stop settling for less. When Black youth are given knowledge, they create a future that no system can hold down. We must build Black unity, because divided we fall, and for too long, division has been our weakness. We argue over small differences while the system profits from our disunity. But when we are united, we are unstoppable. Look at history. Every time Black people united, the system feared us. From the Civil Rights Movement to the Black Panthers, unity was always our greatest weapon, and it still is today. Unity means lifting each other up, not tearing each other down. Unity means seeing another Black person's success as a win for us all, not as competition. Unity means building communities where we protect and support each other instead of letting outside forces destroy us. And we must build Black voices, because silence has never saved us.
Speaking truth to power has always been our strength. We must use every platform we have to tell our stories, to demand justice, to inspire change. The media does not always tell our truth. Schools do not always teach our history. The system does not always hear our cries. So we must be louder. We must create our own platforms, our own narratives, our own movements that cannot be ignored. The time is now. No more waiting, no more silence, no more hoping that someone else will save us. We are the leaders we've been waiting for. We are the change we've been waiting for. We are the future we've been waiting for. Imagine a future where Black America is not surviving but thriving, where our children walk into classrooms and see themselves in the books they read, where our communities are safe, clean, and filled with opportunity, where Black businesses flourish, creating jobs and wealth for generations, where our leaders are not chosen for us but by us, where Black America no longer asks for a seat at the table, we build our own table. That future is possible, but it will not come through waiting. It will only come through action. So the question is not whether change is possible. The question is whether we are willing to act, whether we are willing to sacrifice comfort for progress, whether we are willing to put aside division for unity, whether we are willing to stop waiting and start moving. Because the future of Black America depends on what we do today, not what we hope will happen tomorrow. This is not just about one person or one leader. This is about all of us. Every Black man, every Black woman, every Black child. We all have a role to play. We all have a voice to raise. We all have a responsibility to act. Because when we rise together, nothing can stop us. So let this be the moment we look back on and say, that was the day Black America stopped waiting. That was the day we took control of our future. That was the day we acted. No more waiting. No more silence. No more broken promises. The time has come. The power is in our hands. And together, united, unstoppable, we will rise. When we talk about acting now, we must remember the ones who acted before us. Harriet Tubman did not wait for freedom papers. She led our people through the darkness into freedom, risking her life each time. Frederick Douglass did not wait for someone else to give him a voice. He taught himself to read and write and used his words to shake the conscience of America. Malcolm X did not wait for permission to demand respect. He stood tall and spoke truth even when the world tried to silence him. Martin Luther King Jr. did not wait for politicians to change their hearts. He marched, he spoke, he led millions with courage and conviction. Every single one of these leaders acted when it was dangerous, when it was unpopular, when it seemed impossible. They understood that waiting was a trap, that waiting only meant more pain for our people. And if they had waited, we would not be here today. But here we are, and the fight is not over. That means it is our turn to act. Now let's look at today. How many more Black lives must be lost to police violence before we decide waiting is no longer an option? How many more Black children must grow up in underfunded schools while politicians argue about budgets? How many more Black families must lose homes, jobs, and opportunities before we realize the system was never meant to save us? We cannot wait for justice to come down from those in power. We must rise up and take justice into our own hands through unity, through education, through building our own power. We must also recognize the power of economics. Money is not everything, but in America, money is power. For too long, Black America has been kept out of wealth-building opportunities. From being denied land after slavery, to redlining in the 20th century, to banks denying loans to Black businesses. This was not by accident, it was by design. But today, we must flip the script. We must support Black-owned businesses, circulate the Black dollar in our communities, teach financial literacy to our youth, and build wealth that cannot be stolen. When we own our future, we control our destiny. Education is another battlefield. Our children are brilliant, creative, and full of potential. Yet too often they are told they are less. Schools are underfunded,
Teachers are overworked, and curriculums erase or distort Black history. But we do not have to accept this. We can teach our children the truth about who they are, about the greatness of Africa, about the genius of Black inventors, leaders, artists, and thinkers who shaped the world. When Black children know where they come from, they walk taller, they dream bigger, they fight harder. Knowledge is the weapon that no system can take away once it is given. And then there is unity. For too long, division has weakened us. Light skin versus dark skin, rich versus poor, Democrat versus Republican, Christian versus Muslim, old versus young. The system thrives on our division because a divided people cannot rise together. But we must reject these divisions. We are one people, one struggle, one fight, and only together can we build the future we deserve. Look at the power we have when we are united. In music, in sports, in culture, we dominate because we stand strong together. The world copies us, the world follows us, the world celebrates us, but often the world does not respect us. Respect does not come from talent alone. Respect comes from unity, from building real power, from showing that we are not just culture makers, but world changers. We must also remember that action is not only about protest. Protest has its place. It brings attention, it shakes the system, it wakes people up. But protest alone is not enough. Action must be about building businesses, building schools, building safe neighborhoods, building political power, building wealth, building families, building systems that serve us when the other systems fail. Protest says we are here. Building says we are not going anywhere. The future depends on what we do today. Technology is shaping the world, and we must not be left behind. Black youth must not only consume technology, they must create it. Coding, artificial intelligence, digital businesses, online platforms, these are the tools of tomorrow. If we do not build with them, others will, and once again, we will be left waiting. But if we act now, if we teach our children, if we invest in innovation, then Black America can lead in the industries of the future. Politics is another battlefield. We cannot keep waiting for leaders to save us. We must become the leaders. We must run for office, we must vote strategically, we must hold every politician accountable, not just with words, but with power. Power means votes, power means money, power means unity, and when we act as a united political force, no one can ignore us. But let's be clear, politics alone will not save us. Politicians change, laws change, but real power is built in our communities. That is where the fight begins, and that is where the future will be won. So I ask again, what are you doing today? Are you waiting for someone else to act? Or are you ready to take action yourself? Because the truth is, you are the leader you've been waiting for. You are the change you've been waiting for. You are the movement you've been waiting for.
No more waiting for justice. It must be demanded. No more waiting for equality. It must be built. No more waiting for the system to care. It never will. The time is now. The power is in us. And united, unstoppable, we will rise.
This is Black Voices USA, and we will not be silent. We will not wait. We will act. And the world will see that Black America's time is not tomorrow. It is today.